My name is Charlie Winkley, Mr. Winkley to my students. I am one of the choir directors here at Chisholm High School, and I student taught here for a month, but officially this is my second year of teaching. I went to school at Baylor to study music education. And then I did my student teaching, which is like an internship for teaching here at Chisholm. As like I had to do an elementary portion and a high school portion. So I did my high school portion here, and then a job opened up here, and I took it. So I originally in like 7th and 8th grade, which is like kind of the first time you were able to take choir in my district, I thought it was really lame and kind of dumb. And finally, one of my friends convinced me. He's like, "Hey, do it for the art credit." My freshman year, I was like, "Fine." So I did it, and I loved it. And then my high school directors, Mrs. Blackstone and Mrs. Edwards, they were real. They were like coaches. They were really like they would push you and make sure that you were giving your best and make sure you were staying on track. And that, along with the music we were able to do in that group, it really like hooked me into music and choir and everything like that. Oh, okay, I got you. I mean, shoot, if I could get a band together and just go like gig everywhere, that'd be awesome. But it's a little bit less stable, and if you have a salary, it's a little more consistent. But other things I thought about, like medical school for a little bit. But I didn't want to be a doctor because it takes like I did not want to go to school for that long. I wanted to get out and get a job and do stuff. And I also thought about engineering. A lot of people because I'm from West Texas, but there's a lot of oil. So a lot of my friends grew up to be like oil engineers and stuff, which pays a little bit better than being a teacher. But I don't think I would have loved it the same way that I love teaching music. What part of my job do I enjoy the most? Grades. Just kidding. Me and Carla both, I think, really enjoy relationships with our students, and just being able to see people from day to day, but I mean from year to year also, like seeing people grow up. It's just been fun seeing the freshmen from last year, and now they're different, and they're starting to become more and more closer to adults. Just being a part of people's journey. I know that's a little corny, but being a part of people's journey through life and being able to have relationships with them, and then plus the music. I think music is really important to education and just being able to develop that part of the brain. I think that's something that I absolutely love, is just teaching good music and bringing out the best of that music in students. Practice piano. First of all, I did not do enough of that in college. Practice piano. Make sure that you love practicing music and teaching it, and not just the concert, because the concert's just one day a year or one day every so many months. But all the other days leading up to it, that's what you have to love. Also, make sure that you pay attention in college and know how to read music and know how to work with people as well as you do like with music. Make sure you know how to encourage people and build people up and help make choir a place that they want to be. Oof. I think some of the hardest things just starting out were making sure that you are being yourself all the time while still being professional, so that you're not putting up something because students see through that usually. If you try to be something that you're not, it doesn't work very well. But at the same time, being professional and being an adult, that's tough coming right out of college, where you don't always have to be an adult. Um, and then being able to just figuring out your strengths and weaknesses, because in college, you might have had classes where you learn things, but your first couple months of teaching, you figure out, okay, well, you know what? Maybe playing three parts on the piano isn't my strength. I need to practice that. Or I don't know how to get the sopranos to sing better. I should figure out how to do that. Figuring out what holes you need to fill in your own life.